Have you ever wished you could turn on a light without walking across the room? Imagine the convenience of being able to control your lights from multiple locations. This is not just a dream, it's a reality with two-way switches. That's where two-way switches come in. These ingenious devices allow you to control a single light fixture from two different locations, making your life easier and more convenient. These handy switches let you control a single light fixture from two different locations, adding a touch of magic and convenience to your home. Whether you're at the top of the stairs or the bottom, you can easily turn the lights on or off without having to make the trip. Imagine turning on the staircase light from downstairs and then turning it off from upstairs. This is especially useful in homes with multiple levels, where navigating in the dark can be a hassle. No more fumbling in the dark. Two-way switches eliminate the need to walk across a room or up and down stairs just to turn a light on or off. This can be a real lifesaver, especially in the middle of the night. Two-way switches are perfect for hallways, staircases, and large rooms where having control at multiple points is a real game changer. They provide flexibility and ease of use, making your home more functional and user-friendly. They're a simple concept with a big impact, making your home safer and more comfortable for everyone. By installing two-way switches, you can enhance the safety and convenience of your living space, ensuring that you and your family can move around your home with ease and confidence. Before we dive into the wiring, let's gather everything you'll need. Having all your tools and materials ready and organized will make the process smoother and more efficient. It's always a good idea to lay everything out on a workbench or table so you can easily see and access what you need. First, you'll need two-way switches. These are the stars of the show. They might look like regular light switches, but they have 3 terminals instead of 2. This allows them to control a light from 2 different locations, which is perfect for staircases, hallways, or large rooms. The 3 terminals on these switches are typically labeled as common L1 and L2. Understanding these terminals is crucial for proper wiring. The common terminal is usually darker and is the key to making the switch work correctly. Next, you'll need a light fixture. This can be any type of light fixture that suits your needs and aesthetic preferences. Whether it's a ceiling light, a wall sconce, or a pendant light, make sure it's compatible with your switches and wiring. You'll also need electrical wires, specifically live, neutral, and traveler wires. The live wire carries the current from the power source to the switch. The neutral wire completes the circuit back to the power source, and the traveler wires connect the 2 switches. Screwdrivers are essential for this task. A Phillips and a flathead screwdriver will do the trick for tightening terminals and securing wires. Make sure they are the right size to avoid stripping the screws. Wire strippers are another must-have tool. They are used for removing the insulation from the ends of your wires, which is necessary for making proper connections. Choose a pair that fits the gauge of your wires. Electrical tape is crucial for safety. It's used to insulate exposed wire connections, preventing short circuits and electrical shocks. Always wrap your connections thoroughly to ensure they are secure and safe. A voltage tester is an indispensable tool for any electrical work. It helps you ensure the power is off before you start working, which is vital for your safety. Always test your wires before touching them to avoid any accidents. Finally, always double-check that you have the correct tools and materials before you begin. A well-organized workspace and a thorough checklist can save you time and prevent mistakes. Remember, preparation is key to a successful and safe electrical project. Now for the fun part, the wiring. This is where we bring everything together and make your two-way switch system functional. It might seem a bit daunting at first, but don't worry, we'll guide you through each step with clear instructions and visuals. Don't worry, we'll break it down into easy-to-follow steps, ensuring that you understand each part of the process. By the end of this, you'll have a fully operational two-way switch system that you can be proud of. Step 1. Power to the first switch. This is a crucial step because it sets the foundation for the entire wiring process. Turn off the power to the circuit at the breaker box. Safety first. Always ensure that the power is off before you start working on any electrical project to avoid any risk of electric shock. Run a live wire from your power source to the common COM terminal of your first switch. This wire will carry the electrical current to your switch, making it the starting point of your circuit. Step 2. Connecting the switches. This step involves linking the two switches together so they can control the same light fixture. Connect the two switches using two traveler wires. These wires will allow the switches to communicate with each other, enabling you to control the light from either switch. Connect the L1 terminal of the first switch to the L1 terminal of the second switch. This connection is essential for the proper functioning of the two-way switch system. Do the same for the L2 terminals. This ensures that both switches are correctly wired and can control the light fixture. Step 3. Switch to light and neutral. This step involves connecting the second switch to the light fixture and the neutral wire. Connect the COM terminal of the second switch to one terminal of your light fixture. This connection will allow the electrical current to flow from the switch to the light fixture. Connect the other terminal of the light fixture to a neutral wire. The neutral wire completes the circuit, allowing the current to return to the power source. Step 4. Secure and test. This final step ensures that all connections are secure and that the system works correctly. Tighten all terminal screws securely. Loose connections can cause electrical faults, so make sure everything is tight and secure. Use electrical tape to insulate any exposed wire connections. This is an important safety measure to prevent short circuits and electrical shocks. Turn the power back on at the breaker box. Test your switches. This is the moment of truth to see if your hard work has paid off. You should be able to control the light from both switches. If everything is wired correctly, the light should turn on and off from either switch. If not, double-check your connections. Sometimes a loose wire or incorrect connection can cause issues, so take your time to ensure everything is correct. Working with electricity can be dangerous if you're not careful. Here are some safety tips to keep in mind. Always turn off the power at the breaker box before working on any electrical wiring. Double-check your connections to ensure they are secure and correct. Use a voltage tester to confirm the power is off before touching any wires. If you're unsure about any part of the process, consult a qualified electrician. Remember, your safety is paramount. Taking the time to work carefully and follow these tips can prevent accidents. Running into problems? Don't panic. Here are some common issues and how to fix them. First, if the light is not working, make sure the power is on at the breaker box. Also, check all connections, especially at the light fixture, and verify that the bulb is not burned out. Next, if the switches are not controlling the light, double-check the traveler wire connections between the switches. Make sure the switches are wired correctly. That's COM to COM, L1 to L1, and L2 to L2. If you've checked everything and are still having trouble, it's best to call a qualified electrician. Section 6. Understanding how two-way switches work. Two-way switches don't actually turn the power on and off like regular switches. Instead, they redirect the flow of electricity between the traveler wires. When you flip one switch, you change which traveler wire is carrying the hot current. Flipping the other switch reverses the process, completing or interrupting the circuit and turning the light on or off. Section 7. Beyond the basics, three-way and four-way switches. Want to control a light from even more locations? That's where three-way and four-way switches come in. Three-way switches are similar to two-way switches but have an extra terminal. They are used in conjunction with two-way switches to control a light from three locations. Four-way switches have four terminals and are used between two three-way switches to control a light from four or more locations. These more complex switching arrangements require careful planning and wiring, so it's best to consult an electrician if you're not comfortable with advanced electrical work. Section 8. Modernizing your home with smart switches. Take your home automation to the next level with smart two-way switches. These innovative switches offer a range of features, including remote control, allowing you to turn your lights on and off from anywhere using your smartphone or tablet, scheduling to set your lights to turn on and off automatically at specific times, and voice control to control your lights with your voice using smart home assistants like Alexa or Google Assistant. Smart switches offer convenience, energy efficiency, and a touch of modern sophistication to any home. Section 9 conclusion. You did it. Keep the DIY spirit alive. Congratulations! You've successfully wired a two-way switch system. By taking on this project, you've gained valuable skills and a sense of accomplishment. Remember, DIY is all about learning, exploring, and taking pride in your work. Don't stop here. There's a whole world of home improvement projects waiting for you. Subscribe to our channel for more tips, tricks, and tutorials to help you tackle your next DIY adventure.